Chosen one, listen to me, because this message is reaching you at the exact moment God planned for it to reach you. You didn't click this video by accident. You didn't stumble onto this message because of some YouTube algorithm. No, you were guided here by God Himself. And He wants me to tell you something powerful today. Something that your spirit has been crying out to hear. Something that your soul has been begging for during those lonely nights when you felt like you were losing everything. God is saying to you right now, my child, when you lose everything, that is when I start rebuilding you. Let that sink in. Let those words hit your heart. Let them break the chains around your spirit. Fire the storm was not sent to destroy you. It was sent to awaken you. Chosen one, I know you've been through a storm. I know things have been falling apart all around you. I know it felt like your life was collapsing faster than you could hold it together. You lost people. You lost opportunities. You lost stability. You lost parts of yourself you thought you could never live without. But hear me, and hear me with your spirit. You did not lose anything that was meant to stay in your life. Read that again with your soul. Because God is rebuilding you, piece by piece, moment by moment, breath by breath. God is saying, I removed what was hurting you. I exposed what was hiding behind you. I stripped away what was limiting you. Not to break you, but to rebuild you. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. Collision, you prayed for growth, but you didn't know what growth cost. People love the idea of growing, evolving, elevating. But they never talk about the pain that comes with it. They don't tell you that growth feels like loss. That elevation feels like separation. That breakthroughs feel like breakdowns. That stepping into your calling feels like losing your comfort. Chosen one, you prayed for God to change your life. And He did, by removing everything that was not aligned with your destiny. He didn't forget you. He didn't abandon you. He didn't ignore your prayers. He answered them, just not in the way you expected. Sometimes God answers your prayer by closing every door you tried to keep open. Sometimes God answers your prayer by removing people you begged Him to let stay. And sometimes God answers your prayer by letting everything collapse. So He can rebuild you His way, not your way. Fire God had to let some things break. Otherwise you would have stayed the same. Listen closely. If God didn't let that relationship fall apart, you would have never discovered your worth. If God didn't let that job end, you would have never discovered your calling. If God didn't let those people betray you, you would have never discovered your strength. If God didn't let your old life crumble, you would have never stepped into the new one He created for you. Sometimes God lets the storm hit because He knows the storm will push you into a level you would have never chosen on your own. You think you lost everything. But the truth is, God removed everything that was blocking your blessing. And now He is rebuilding you with foundation stones made of purpose, strength, clarity, and divine alignment. Sunrise, the rebuilding season is here, and God is doing it quickly. Chosen one, you are stepping into a season where things will start falling into place so fast it will make your head spin. Months of praying, years of crying, seasons of waiting, countless nights of asking God, why? All of it is about to make sense. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every loss, every delay. God is turning it into testimony, strength, and purpose. God is saying, I am rebuilding you better than before. I am restoring what was stolen from you. I am replacing what you lost with something greater. And everything you went through will not be wasted. You're not being rebuilt into who you were. You're being rebuilt into who you were always meant to be. Fire, they thought you were finished, but God is not done with you. People counted you out. People talked about you. People whispered behind your back. Some even celebrated when you fell. But what they didn't know was this: the fall was only the first chapter. The comeback is the rest of the story. They had no idea that you were chosen. They had no idea that God was preparing you. They had no idea that God was rebuilding you in silence, in private, in the secret places of your soul. God is saying, I am about to show them who you are. I am about to show them why I chose you. I am about to show them that I was with you the entire time. Your story is far from over. In fact, the most powerful chapter is just beginning. Fire, your purpose survived what tried to destroy you. You survived what others didn't. You kept going when others quit. You stayed faithful when others walked away. You held on even when you felt like letting go. And because of that, God is rewarding your endurance. He's not rebuilding you back to your old level. He's rebuilding you to a higher one, a stronger one, a wiser one, a bolder one, a more anointed one. You're going to look back and say, now I understand why everything had to fall apart. Because God was rebuilding something better in its place. Sparkles, you are not entering a new chapter, you're entering a new life. The rebuilding season isn't about restoration alone. It's about transformation. God didn't bring you through that storm to return you to the same environment, the same mindset, the same people, or the same limitations. No, He brought you through the storm so you could rise out of it brand new. You survived the breaking. Now you will witness the blessing. You survived the collapse. Now you will see the construction. You survived the pain. Now you will walk into the purpose. God is rebuilding you, and nothing can stop what He's about to do in your life. You keep looking at your life like it ended. Like the loss was the final chapter. Like the breakup, the betrayal, the setback, the financial struggle, the loneliness. Like all of it was the end of your story. But God is saying something completely different. This is not the end. This is the beginning I designed for you. You didn't lose your life. You lost the version that wasn't meant for where God is taking you. What ended was the version of you that carried pain. What ended was the version of you that tolerated disrespect. What ended was the version of you that settled for less than you deserved. What ended was the version of you that didn't know your own worth. God said, I had to end the chapter to start the purpose. You're not rebuilding the old version of you. You're stepping into the elevated, transformed, anointed version of you. The version that walks with confidence. The version that moves with authority. The version that speaks with clarity. The version that knows exactly who they are in God. Fire, you felt abandoned, but God was actually closer than ever. You cried out to God and felt nothing. You begged for signs and heard silence. You prayed and prayed, but everything kept falling apart. You thought God left you. You thought He forgot about you. You thought you were fighting alone. But hear me. God was the closest in the moments you felt Him the least. Why? Because when God is rebuilding a chosen one, He works in silence. A builder doesn't announce every nail they hammer. A sculptor doesn't explain every cut they make. And God doesn't reveal every move He makes in your life. Sometimes He hides His hand so He can strengthen your faith. Sometimes He stays silent so He can grow your spirit. Sometimes He lets you feel empty so you can be filled with something new. God was not distancing Himself. He was shaping you, molding you, preparing you for what's coming. Fire, you didn't break. You outgrew where you were. People saw you changing. People saw you withdrawing. People saw you going quiet. People saw you losing interest in things you used to tolerate. And they thought something was wrong with you. But nothing was wrong. You were simply outgrowing the version of yourself that could no longer contain your destiny. You weren't losing everything. You were shedding everything. Shedding old habits. Shedding old relationships. shedding old insecurities, shedding old environments, shedding old ways of thinking. God was peeling layers off you like a transformation in motion. A snake outgrows its skin. A butterfly outgrows its cocoon. A chosen one outgrows the life that no longer fits their spirit. You didn't break, you broke through. Fire, God is about to give you back more than you lost. You cried enough tears. You fought enough battles. You endured enough pain. You survived enough storms. Now it's time for God to show you why the rebuilding had to start with loss. Hear this clearly. Let your soul catch this. God never takes without returning. God never removes without replacing. God never closes without opening something greater. God is saying, "My child, you are entering your season of recovery, your season of restoration, your season of abundance, your season of divine compensation. What you lost emotionally, God will return with peace. What you lost financially, God will return multiplied. What you lost relationally, God will return with people who truly love you. What you lost spiritually, God will return with strength and clarity like never before. This is not revenge. This is restoration. Fire, people who left you were part of God's plan. I know it hurt when they walked away. I know it broke you when they betrayed you. I know it crushed you when they chose someone else. I know it stung when you realized people you would have died for wouldn't even check on you. But hear me. Their exit was divine protection. God heard conversations you didn't hear. God saw actions you didn't see. God knew intentions you couldn't feel. So He removed them. Not to punish you, but to protect you. Some people were connected to your past, but not your future. Some people were connected to your pain, but not your healing. Some people were connected to your comfort, but not your calling. God said, I had to disconnect you from them, so I could connect you to me. The removal was not rejection. It was redirection. Fire, God is rebuilding your confidence, your mind, and your spirit. Chosen one. Your rebuilding season is not just about external blessings. It's about internal transformation. God is rebuilding your mind, so you can think clearly, not fearfully. Your heart, so you can love without carrying old wounds. Your voice, so you can speak with power and conviction. Your faith, so you can walk boldly into your calling. Your identity, so you know exactly who you are in Him. You're not the same person you were last year. Not even last month. Not even last week. God is rewiring your entire spirit. So when He elevates you, you can handle it. When He blesses you, you can sustain it. When He opens doors, you can walk through them with confidence. This rebuilding season is not just physical. It's spiritual, emotional, psychological, divine. You are literally becoming a new creation. Fire, your name is about to be spoken in rooms you've never entered. Here's the part that's about to blow your mind. As God rebuilds you, He is also preparing opportunities for you. Your name will be brought up in rooms where you're not present. People you've never met will feel drawn to help you. Doors you didn't knock on will open for you. Blessings you didn't expect will chase you down. Favor you didn't ask for will fall in your lap. Why? Because when God rebuilds, He also reveals. And He is about to reveal you to the world. God is saying, I hid you when you were breaking, but I will reveal you when you are rebuilt. The isolation was not punishment. It was preparation. You had to be rebuilt in private, so you could shine in public. Fire, you are about to walk into everything the enemy tried to block, everything the enemy tried to destroy, everything he tried to steal, everything he attacked, everything he tried to use against you. God is turning it around for your good. You are about to walk into blessings that were delayed, but not denied. You are about to walk into promises that were paused, but not canceled. You are about to walk into opportunities that were hidden, but not gone. The enemy thought he won when you lost everything. But the devil never wins when God is rebuilding a chosen one. Because God is saying, I will finish what I started in you. Before this message ends, I need you to breathe in slowly. Now exhale. Because something inside you shifted during this video. And you can feel it. You're not the same person who started listening. Your spirit is waking up. Your faith is rising again. Your strength is returning. God is rebuilding you from the inside out, and you know it. Listen, everything you went through was necessary. Every tear, every heartbreak, every lonely night. It all had purpose. You didn't walk through that fire for nothing. You didn't survive that storm for no reason. God is saying to you in this very moment, my child, I am not done with you. What you lost was only the beginning of what I am about to restore. You may feel like you're still standing in the rubble. But what looks like rubble to you looks like a foundation to God, a foundation for something stronger, something bigger, something more aligned with who you really are. You're stepping into a season where the things that broke you will bless you, where the things that drained you will strengthen you, where the things that left you empty will be filled with divine restoration straight from heaven. Chosen one, this is your comeback season. This is your rebuilding season. This is the moment God turns the page to a new chapter of your life. And listen carefully. You are not rising alone. You are rising with God behind you. You are rising with purpose, with power, with divine protection. From this day forward, you will walk differently. You will think differently. You will move differently. Because you know, deep inside, that losing everything did not destroy you. It awakened you. So lift your head. Straighten your spine. Place your hand on your heart. And say this out loud. I am being rebuilt by God. Something greater is coming. My story is not over. Because it's true. Your story is just beginning. And the world is about to witness the rise of a chosen one who refused to give up. Even when everything fell apart, God is rebuilding you. And nothing can stop what's coming next.